I had to conclude, doors opened, and now I started my PhD. Again, I'll refer to something that we're talking about in this panel, and we're talking about don't let your parents make decisions for you. Again, your life is yours. When I decided to pursue my PhD, everyone around me discouraged me. And they were like, where are you getting the money to pay this for? Shouldn't you work a bit? Shouldn't you just wait for a while? PhD is for older guys. I told them, you know what, life ni yangu. I went behind their backs and I applied at the University of Nairobi. Application went through. Nikaanza kuchanga for term 1, for semester 1. Mungu akatokea, fees ikapatikana, and now I finished my coursework. Right now I'm doing my research. So again, if I didn't make that decision to go behind my parents and my parents' back and apply, I wouldn't be where I am. So probably there's a young person out there who wants to come to St. Paul's, but someone in your village, in your community, anakuambia utaingiaje university. Where we're from, hakuna mtu bado amesoma. Hata kuna brother zako na sister zako bado high school hajamaliza ama primary. Si shida yako. You have to get on with your dream. How to raise funds? My first video, it's not a joke, nilifanya na Juliani na msanaitwa Ken G3. I didn't have money. So I made a brochure. Nikachukua paper kama hii A4, ikakunjwa. Nikatafuta a roommate of mine tukua daystar your time. Akaniprintia hapo background, history, achievements, which I didn't even have achievements. Alafu ikaendelea hata sijui tulikuwa tunaandika nini because I didn't even have music. It was my first video. Hapo nyuma, how to help. How to help. Nikaanza kuandika to contribute $50, to contribute mpaka naongea in dollars. That's how I was pushed. And that time I raised 85,000 shillings, which later became 100,000 shillings, and I did my first video. And you know, the rest is history. That's how Holy Dave is Holy Dave. So me, I don't think zile brains Mungu ametupatia pia kuna vitu tunafaa kukosa. Hiyo acha niachie tu hapo. So what I'm doing right now, I'm still making good decisions. I've talked about Holy Dave, the musician. I went on to be nominated 19 times. In the industry, I've won 5 awards, including the Verse 5 Iconic Award, which is an award given to someone with outstanding behavior, someone who has made contributions to the industry. I went on to win the UN Volunteer of the Year Award, 2019, and I'm still going on, yeah? As I mentioned, I became a producer at Citizen TV. I was announced right here at St. Paul's. The other 2 things as I finish, the other 2 good decisions that I've chosen, as you can see, the multifaceted career, there's the music, there's the investment analyst, and then now two other things, which are very interesting. When I started the Mudhengi Foundation with my sister Joy Mudhengi to raise support for education-related needs, which brings me back to volunteering. I've never earned a shilling from this foundation we co-founded. But then this foundation has opened doors and has made me meet people of all kinds. Actually, the UN Volunteer Award was not because of the music. It's because of now the work that I've done through the foundation. Imagine being recognized by the United Nations. We've been able to raise through our 5 programs, the Fichauchi uniforms campaign. We've raised an upward of 5 million shillings. That's 5,000 uniforms in like 50 schools. Be the Light Solar Lamp Initiative, we've raised up to 224 solar lamps, distributed them in our community, Machakos. We've started a computer lab also at Chumbi Secondary School. Right now we have 3 kids. Actually, niko na stress because watu wanarudi shule. We have 3 kids right now in national schools that we're supporting through our foundation, and then other programs. So you can see all the funds we've been able to raise, the impact we've been able to have, the legacy that I'm going to leave behind is because of my role as a social worker. So musician, investment analyst, social worker. And the last one, which I'm very passionate about. So we're talking about how to handle tough times and, you know, changing times. So last year 2020, March 26th, I'm sure some of us can't remember what happened, but what happened is our president announced that we need to be home by 7 p.m. And that's how HD's Kitchen started. I got home from the studio. I'm like, okay, I'm an entertainer. What am I supposed to do at 7 p.m.? I'm missing to a series. I don't have Netflix. So I went to the kitchen. Nikatoa liver pale kwa freezer. I'm like, I can't just cook. Let me record. I'm an entertainer. All the skills I've learned at Citizen and all the strategy that I've learned in school. Started recording. Hi guys, here's my liver. Hi guys, I'm cutting liver. Hi guys, here's my spice cabinet. Hi guys, uploading on my stories. Boom, the internet went crazy. Blogs are writing, whoa, is this guy joking? Like, this guy can actually cook. Others are saying it flukes. After 1 week, itaisha. So I made chicken the next day, and it came out nicely. So I called my mom. You know the entrepreneur in me. I told my mom, I think we have something going on here. My mom was like, hey, watu wameshangaa, saa wabekie ndio wajue. Yeah, wajue pia unaweza bake, chafua ile moist chocolate cake ile umeiva, chafua. Nikashika hiyo recipe on Tuesday next week, moist chocolate cake. Watu wakasema hiyo jabati, alafu na make sure unaona mkono zako ukinini, sio simu umeiset juu wapi, hata una mtu akukurekodia. Moist chocolate cake. The next week made I baked rolled cookies. The next week I made some lasagna. Next week I'm making some pizza. Nikaambia watu pia si hizo pekee, makienyeji naweza tengeneza. Told my supplier nilete kuku kienyeji peke yake nichafue, nionyesha watu vile tunaweza fanya. Mboga ndio hizo. Started mashed potatoes, gravy, meatloaf. HD's Kitchen was born. Through HD's Kitchen, I've been able to gain more following than I've gained my whole life. Like, I joined Instagram 2015. Yeah? And I even had 3 years of working on TV. And I left with, so 2015 to 2020, your time, I had 140,000 followers. But then just because of cooking, just because of cooking, I've been able to gain 160. I'm actually at 297. So next week, you'll see a poster. Thank you guys for 300K. Appreciate it. You're going to see that. So what am I trying to say with this? All these are passions. All these are interests. When I go back to my childhood, I remember at age 15, I organized a hike. And the guy because we were told we can't go without an adult. The adult we went with told me, Dave, you have leadership skills, you have organizational skills. I didn't even know what that is. Now I'm seeing them. I remember my sister and I at time, we're 5 kids, so when we're Machakos, tumepewa chocolate tukatane, ama cookies tugawane. My sister and I would be sliding cookies to the street boys. Then we get in trouble because of doing that. Now see that I'm doing the social work and raising funds for education-related needs in society. So all these are passions. Whatever you're going to become, whatever you want to do is not too far from what you're doing or what you've been doing. It's just your passions. Yes, it's just your passion. So I just wanted to finish on that note, share all the bad things I've done. I'm not a saint. Share a few good things to encourage you. And then now just to show you that you can choose a career, choose 2, choose 3, but dream big.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness. Again, I have learned something there. And there are a couple of things there you've said, and we'll be picking on them, and I'll be inviting you, Jackie, to also, just to contribute to that. And I liked something you said. You said, don't be too hard on yourself. Yeah. Sometimes, and it's okay, that's how society is structured, to put so much pressure on us that you judge yourself too harshly. And actually, we are our worst own critics. I'm like you. High school for me was something else. I have a whole big story I'll write in my book, And the truth is, I remember when I finished high school and I was asked, so what do you want to do? And I said, well, at that time there was Kenya Polytechnic. I said, I'll go to Kenya Polytechnic. I think I'll do secretarial. I was completely blank. And plus, schooling for me was not very easy in terms of understanding concepts. So it's actually even amazing that I went to the university for me. So I really, really appreciate that. And we're really just encouraging you that no matter what results you get, that's not the end of you. You actually have an opportunity to still become more than anyone has ever dreamt for you. It is possible. Unakumbuka, for him, balance sheet was not balancing. But now, what is he doing? He's an investment analyst. Literally, we can go to him and ask him, so how can I grow my financial portfolio? And he will give us solid advice. So there is hope, and I think that's what you're saying. And of course, the beauty of our season now is that there's so many more opportunities. So, for example, depending with the grade that you get, if you don't get it to join undergraduate directly, you have an opportunity to come into diploma. You have an opportunity to even start at certificate. There's so many opportunities. And of course, I must add there that right here at St. Paul's, we have our programs from certificate to diploma, to undergraduate, to master's, to PhD. Literally, you can join at any level. And we are so, so glad that you could do that. Let's talk about bad choices. Because you see, at the university, because of freedom, a lot of people end up having bad choices. Graduation comes. Parents have come from upcountry, shags, and they come and look for your name, and your name is not there. They come and look for the principal. Why is my daughter or my son not graduating? Yeah. So what advice, you're coming from that experienced place of bad choices. What advice would you give to somebody coming to the university not to make the bad choices? I mean,
just the way the Bible says, Iva smuchanganya hizi mawords, but I don't know what. Everything is, you can help me. Everything is, basically Bible is, everything is permissible, but not everything is profitable. So, we can make choices. We have free will. As you come to university, it's open to you. You're either being given an allowance or pocket money, or you're making some. So, and then it opens up that you're not being monitored the way you're being monitored in high school. So it's even worse. But thank God, me nilipika high school kidogo. So when I came to university, I figured that the life is mine now. You see, the way in high school I thought that I was living life to impress my parents. Now it's mine. I have to make something out of my life. It's do or die. So you have to protect yourself. That's my answer. To protect yourself starts with even where you're going to stay, who you're going to hang out with, because the influence just comes from there. It doesn't come from Mars. Influence just comes from there. So what I did in campus, I just made sure that I'm living at a place. There were some crazy places guys were living off campus, crazy places. I just made that sure I protected myself just by staying at a better place and surrounding myself with decent individuals. And yeah, that's my answer. I don't know if Jackie has something
what
to add.
Advice would
but
you give?
She was not bad like me.
I think she was good.
So the problem, I didn't have like a holiday experience. For me, I think I had very strict parents, so you had to do everything the way it is on. I just grew up like that, but not saying that I don't know what happens. I've had an opportunity to mentor so many students and even to be in a university or college. So I know what happens. What happens is peer influence, and people, you want to live a lifestyle that is not yours, that you don't belong to. But we have case studies. We've seen university students who want to live this life. They don't go far. They just meet their death. So for me, mostly I encourage people to go to a university where they will live and follow up. Funny enough, at St. Paul's University, somehow a lecturer will be on your back looking upon you, or there's guiding and counseling or something. So they're not like they're taking all your space, but at least there's someone who you can run to and advise. So for me, the university you choose matters a lot, but also the friends you have and the lifestyle you want. Don't just want to become big. Go through the process. Like just like Holiday was saying, go through the process. Pitia ile yote mbaya, but mwishowe you will bring to the benefit. So pitia everything, but go through the process. Usitaki kufikiria you can be a millionaire and you're still in university. Umetoa piece of pesa. Yes. Just do the right thing at the right time. Yeah.
So the company you choose is important, and we are saying to you, choose the right company from the very beginning. Show me your company, I'll show you your future.
That's right.
Yeah. So from the very beginning, keep away from bad company because they are waiting for you in any university, by the way. They are waiting for you. But let's go back to careers because really we are here to talk about careers and especially in this disruptive age. And you've brought out something, you've said it's good to have a multifaceted career. You know, yesterday, on a different forum, we were talking about having cross-functional skills. The fact that as you come to the university, you need to live with a load of skills that would enable you to transition from one career to another. And you've brought even another aspect, the fact that you're coming in to study a particular line, but you don't have to just have that one area of focus. You can actually have multiple careers and be very, very successful in them. You know, when I joined university, I was admitted to do communication. But, you know, I changed twice in between there. Again, it's a story for another day. And you liked what you said, you know. So be good to yourself. And let me tell you, all those times I went to every class, it has helped me. All of them have helped me tremendously. But talk to us maybe a bit more, you know, from your perspective about having a multifaceted career.
Okay, so I'm also one of those people who do so many things until my friends wonder, how do you hack? So I'm a part-time lecturer at St. Paul's University at the University of Nairobi. I produce videos for a YouTube channel, but I used to produce for TV. So I have a passion in disability. So I started the first program of persons with disability in Kenya. It's called Able Differently. It's on KBC TV. So I work so much with persons with disabilities. So that is also what makes me tick. Whatever you do, well, like when I started working with persons with disabilities and also producing for disability, I didn't think, I just thought, okay, let me just give them an opportunity because if you're a media person, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to inform, education people. But I didn't see as a career. But right now, in December 2020, I resigned from KBC, and now I'm the project director for Internews. Internews is an international organization. So I'm in charge of Sub-Saharan Africa, and I'm leading 4 countries in reporting disability, now helping them how to report stories of disability. But you know what? For me, starting Able Differently was just, oh, this is what is lacking. Let me just put it on air. But it has been a journey for me. All those global change leaders, all those fellowship I've earned is because of the disability story I started. So I'm a researcher in disability. I produce programs on disability. I work with persons with disability. And right now, what I'm doing, my job, what is paying, and even it's a job I never imagined, just this Jackie being a project director in Sub-Saharan Africa. It is because of my passion and what I decided to do for the society, for the marginalized. So, and I believe that whenever you do something for the marginalized or for the less fortunate, God will never forget you. So even holiday, keep it up. Do that, and you will have a testimony the next time we meet. So as also we are choosing our careers, choose something that you value. I said about the passion, the interest, your skills, you are going to excel. And you have so many talents. God has not limited us. He has given us so many talents. You can be in charity, you can be in education, you can be in modeling, you can be anything you want to be in this world. So don't limit yourself like, I just want to be a broadcaster. No. Which broadcaster? A broadcaster that is going to make a change in our society or just a celebrity. So look at what you want to do in future and let it have an impact in life. So when you move out from the stage, people will remember this is what, this is your contribution in the society. This is the impact you made. Thank you.
You know, I was going to ask you, how did you start the Able Differently? You know, but you're saying it was just an interest. You know? Yeah, do you want to just...
Yeah, so for Able Differently, actually before Able Differently, I started a program called Touching Lives. So for that program, I wanted to highlight issues that affect the society. Because for me as a producer, I think I'm there to make a difference in people's lives. So all the programs I've produced is to make an impact. They've been the first, maybe the first entertainment show in Kenya, Grapevine. I wanted to give a platform to upcoming musicians. So for Able Differently, after third show, I invited persons with disabilities. They had so much to say. And then I was wondering, why don't we have persons with disabilities in the media? Then I said, maybe I can start a program so that we can see all these people, the Mauras of this world, the Gwelin Kakuyas, they are not given an opportunity. And the media is the mirror of our society. If we don't have disability stories in the media and highlighting the positive things, we'll just see, if you have a person with disability, maybe you are cursed, Mungu hajakupenda, maybe you need to repent, and they play a big role in our society. So for me, Able Differently, and even working in the field of disability has really opened doors. I don't know even if I did anything else, I could be where I am right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, again, you know, and Holy Dave, you spoke again about it. The fact that even the award you've received, the UN award, was a recognition, not because of the other things you've done.
Exactly.
And you are very good in them. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Great work, Jackie. It's nice to hear about your multifaceted career as well. And sometimes we go to places and we just want to, people ask us about one career and we just talk about that. So it's good to talk about all these things. I actually remember where my dream came from. My dream came from a day I went for one of my first interviews, and Esther Wahome on Citizen was the interviewer. She was the host. And tulikuwa wasanii watatu vile tunapangwa hivi. Emia was pale mwisho. So she asked, okay, so as we finish, guys, what do you want to, where do you want to be in 10 years? Wow. Good thing I was at the end. So one artist said, I want to win a MTV award. The other one said, I want to win a what award. So me all that time they were talking, I was like, is that really just what I want to do? Just win an award? I said, no, actually, I feel I have a lot of power, energy, skills, abilities, opportunities, and I want to be more than that. So I asked myself all these questions in that 1 or 2 minutes, and it hit me that I want to pursue a double career. I know I have some talent in entertainment and arts, but then I think I also want to be in corporate Kenya. And I saw that dream. I saw that one day in 10 years, which was back then, and it actually came to fruition. I saw myself excelling in the entertainment industry, rising to the very top. And I saw myself in corporate Kenya, standing in a tall building wearing a suit and influencing, you know, and then there's a third pillar. The third pillar I saw is myself impacting society through community work. And now that's when I made tough decisions after that interview. You know, I have to take my studies serious if I'm going to find myself in corporate Kenya wearing that suit in whatever career. I have to take my music serious. Not as a joke. If I want to excel to the top, I have to be consistent. I have to record music. I can't say I don't have money. I have to raise funds. I have to do quality audio, quality video. I have to do a lot of work when it comes to distribution. I have to practice my presenting skills. We would record 5-minute shows called Inspiration for the Nation, throw them on YouTube. And right now I'm still doing Inspiration for the Nation on my Instagram, and I got to do it on TV. So that's where it actually came from, a deliberate decision from a question we're asked. So when you come to St. Paul's, when you're hanging around, mkiongea tu amongst my friends, ask yourself tough questions, guys. And as I finished, I just remembered something as you're talking. There's a day it hit me that my dream is coming true. A day we were living, when I was on Bambika Lake, we were living Western, somewhere Western. I can't remember whether we went to Kisumu or Western. Then it was on a Sunday, so you know we traveled back from the show on Sunday afternoon, and we're tired, we're dozing in the bus, and then you get home. You know, a lot of people sleep and then take Monday off. I slept, woke up, polished my notes, and at 8:30 I was at the African Nazarene University lecturing. And it hit me. So I'm walking in, these young people are like, guy, ni Holy Dave. Si ni akini salikuwa Kisumu jana. That's when it hit me, wait. Hapo tu when they're asking that, I'm like, wait. It's coming true, like, you know, I'm excelling in the arts and I'm also excelling here. So I just remembered that, and I felt that I should encourage guys and show them that, you know, once you dream it and you follow the process, it can come true.
And you know, you didn't take Monday
I didn't take Monday off. And actually, even on Tuesday,
Yeah.
even on Tuesday, now I was in Machakos for an initiative with my foundation. I think that's when we had received 1,000 books from the US and we're donating 500 at a school there.
Yeah, yeah,
So in 3 days, you
Yeah.
just practiced
Yes.
3 different careers that
Careers.
sprouted from 3 different
Yes,
interests.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's important that you're multifaceted, because do you know that also many careers that exist today will not exist in the next 5 years? They will not exist.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially like when we talk about media, right now we are producing, or we are training guys who can do camera, they can edit, they can present, and they can do everything. Right now in our classes, even here at St. Paul's University, we are encouraging our students. Like in one of my class, you have to open a YouTube channel and you have to open a blog. So you are graduating while you already have your own media house, in quotes. So after that, if you are thinking you can just be a cameraman and then get employed, I don't think you will be marketable. So you need to be an all-rounder. Yeah.
Definitely. And of course, I was telling my children the other day that, we never had mobile phones. So my daughter looked at me and said, Mom, how did you exist? She just could not believe it, And but if you think about it, and just speaking from what you're saying, Facebook is the largest media house, but it doesn't produce any of that media.
That's right.
Or news. We produce it, okay? Uber is the largest taxi company, but doesn't own any fleet of vehicles. Airbnb is the largest hospitality chain, but it doesn't own any building for accommodation. What we are saying is that careers are changing, and therefore the more multi-skilled you are, the better placed you are. And I think the more enjoyable life is, actually.
Trufi, can I interject?
Yeah.
Lovely analogy.
Yeah.
Because when Corona hit and we started diversifying business streams, I entered into the Airbnb business. Right now, as we speak, it's just a few months ago, and right now I have 2.
Yes.
Do I own the property? No. But I'm making money out of Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, that's another thing. So you can pursue a career, pursue a double career, a multifaceted career, but also pursue those even as you invest in business. So that, they say if you want to become wealthy, you need to be making money when you're asleep. When you're here giving a talk, you're making money through an app somewhere.
Yeah.
So, man, these dreams, I wish someone could have told me these things a few years ago. I'd be very far.
Yeah.
But, you had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
So thank God for this talk. Thank God for St. Paul's University for opening up these doors and this platform.
Yeah, and if there's something you can do right now, and by the way, I'd like to taste your rolled cookies. Those ones I don't know. Hizo zingine ninajua, but that one, I don't know.
My rolled cookies ni hatari. Alafu pia my ginger snap cookies.
Oh my goodness.
Maina Kageni aliziona akasema niletee.
Yeah.
Nikapelekea Maina pale Radio Africa, tukapiga picha na nilikuwa kwa mablogs mpaka sikupika siku 5. I was overwhelmed.
Try out things, don't just sit and wait for a career. Try out things, I used to make scrunchies. I know nowadays we buy scrunchies, but I used to make scrunchies to sell in campus.
Nice.
I also baked cakes, and I made sandwiches, and I sold stuff. So I was one of those students who could Shylock for you because I had money.
What do you say?
So start your hustle now. You don't have to wait for something big. Start right where you are. I think we need to bring this to a close, but it's been an amazing, amazing conversation. Let me hear your final remarks, and we may have like first closing and second closing, like preachers do, We need to honor St. Paul's. Paul Dave.
Just to say that I'm humbled to be here. When I got the call, I was like, why me? Out of all these people in society. But God told me, there's one person I want you to talk to. I don't know who it is. There's someone tuned in right now. And it's like, a light bulb imekam kwa akili saizi, and you're like, you're going to make that decision. So I'm here for you. So thank you very much, St. Paul's, for the opportunity. I want to thank you very much. Truthfully, thanks for doing a good job as a moderator. You made it very easy. You know, sometimes these things are hard. Mike and the whole team, thank you. Baha and everyone behind the scenes. You know, the guys who are behind the scenes here, we never get to give them credits. Thanks for making this happen. Jackie, it's a pleasure being on the same panel with you. Mi nataka tu kugive watu tu hope kuambia, if you're going to remember anything nimesema leo, you can forget everything, but just remember two things. The two things you need in life, yeah? Just two things. You need to make that decision, you know? You need to that decision, yeah? You need to have the boldness to make that decision. And then you need faith. A reason why I'm grounded is because I went to a university that is a brother or sister to St. Paul's, which is Daystar University. There are universities, if I went to, I don't know whether I'll be here. Hatutaji majina, si ndio? Hata sijui kazi kwa hizo 26 ya prof. But anyway, yeah. So I think hata mi ningekuwa this side, like, or ningekuwa make decisions easy, I would have considered St. Paul a lot. So, joke, nimesahau, haikuangi decision, but anyway, ya pili ni faith, whatever it is. Yeah, but since today nimeongea about decisions, you have to make that decision. It will all start from that decision, whether it's now as you're watching or later, but then faith. Nasemanga, hapa ndio faith imenifikisha. It's not about the money, it's all about imani. Hapa ndio faith imenifikisha. It's not about the money, it's all about imani. And that's based on my true story. Vile niliget my D high school, yeah? From kuget my D, nikatia BD, nikapata ma B, bado PhD na zidi. From kupanda ma 3 to ma SUV, bidii yangu hapana, akini bwana. So basically that can tell you that I came from somewhere, bad grades, fixed my life up, made decisions, and now I'm dreaming bigger and bigger and still trying to make better decisions to go to where I am.
And you need to hear this from one of your fans. And she says, Felista says, I am a loyal fan, Holy Dave. Just a pal, guys. The Thank You Foundation inspired iSprout Global CBO. I'm a co-founder. Thank you for everything you are and you do.